Time for an update on my fight with the Republican-controlled Utah Legislature to get a media pass to cover the 2025 legislative session, which begins on January 21st. Here's a quick recap. I applied for a credential back in December and was told at the time that I was not eligible to get a media pass because they don't give them to independent media members or bloggers. I filed an appeal that was denied, which is unsurprising because the people who decided the appeal were the ones who decided to block me from getting a media pass in the first place. As I told you previously, the guidelines, the rules for who can and cannot have a media credential were updated in late November, which just so happened to be after I started asking them about the process for applying for a press credential for my new independent journalistic venture, Utah Political Watch. That decision surprised me because I don't remember that being in the guidelines previously. So I asked them for a copy of the old rules, the ones that were in place before they were revised in November. And that was ignored. I asked and asked and asked, and they just wouldn't answer. It finally took an open records request for me to get my hands on a copy of the old regulations, and I found something very interesting. This is from the current guidelines that were put in place in November. As you can see, it says that blogs, independent, or other freelance media do not qualify for a credential. That's a brand new rule because according to the previous guidelines, which were in effect all of last year and possibly even longer, it says bloggers representing a legitimate independent news organization may become credentialed under limited rare circumstances. So as you can see, the rule that says independent journalists can't have a media credential is brand new. And that brand new rule is what they used to deny me a credential to cover the upcoming session. What changed? Me. I will launch Utah Political Watch as an independent news outlet in September, and then just a couple of months later, legislature changes the rules saying independent journalists, you can't have a press pass. It's going to be really hard for them to argue that this policy was not targeted at me because it's pretty clear it was. My fight's not over. I'm looking at my options, but as you can see, they don't want me up there asking questions, and they changed the rules to try and stop it.